So as part of the kind of wash up after our highly successful Six Nations event, we just wanted to do a couple of interviews with a few of the people that were there on the day, just to get their reflections really on what they thought of the day and what we're able to do to support the My Name's Doddie Foundation and the Rob Burrow Centre in Leeds. Delighted to be joined by Jill Douglas, star of stage and screen, and of course the CEO of the My Name's Doddie Foundation. Jill, good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Thanks for your time today. So obviously, hugely grateful for you to come and meet us at the event. What were your reflections on the day?
Oh, what a wonderful day we had. Just so many great people in the room, a lot of fun, a lot of laughter, and some great fundraising, of course, which was important for the day as well. But I think it just kicked off the Six Nations for everybody. We all were G'd up, ready for the first weekend of action after hearing some of the stories from the men and women who obviously play at the very top level and have had experience of what it's like to play in the Six Nations. So for them to come along and share those experiences just, I think, set the tone for the rest of the championship. So yeah, I look back on it and reflect on what a really fun, warm, inclusive, and generally fun afternoon we had.
Good. Yeah, it was certainly for me. It was a huge high followed by a massive low because 48 hours later, I was sat with my head in my hands in Murrayfield.
I know. Well, of course, we kicked off with that fantastic win over Scotland, and it was good. We had a real mixture in the room at the lunch of the different nations represented, the French, obviously, as well as the sort of home nations, which was great. And you're probably very fortunate that the lunch happened before we beat England rather than afterwards. Otherwise, it might have been a painful afternoon for the English in the room. One thing I would say is how fantastic it was to be at Twickenham and in that new facility. It's a really fantastic space, and they've done it incredibly well. I think it's probably one of the best hospitality spaces I've seen at any stadium. So it was a real treat to be there. I've never been in that space before, so that was a real treat. And I think that was one of the messages we got from lots of people afterwards, just saying how much they'd enjoyed being at Twickenham, being so close to the pitch, but also being in such really splendid surroundings.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. Just before I let you go, talk to us a little bit about the foundation, where you're at, and what's next.
So we are now 4.5, nearly 5 years old at My Name's Doddie Foundation, still working really hard to do all we can to raise awareness around motor neuron disease. Also, we're investing in targeted research to help find meaningful treatments or hopefully one day a cure for this most awful of diseases. And we also use some of the funds we raise to help people living with motor neuron disease to let them live their lives as best as they can, given how debilitating the disease is. We have so far invested or committed to invest just shy of £8 million into research, and we've given significant funds to people in direct grants to help them with their lives. So, we've got a lot still to do. We're very ambitious. We work with some amazing people, the researchers that we work with and the projects that we invest in. We believe are the very best in the world and give us the best chance of finding those meaningful treatments and a breakthrough. And they're optimistic. They believe that that's something that is on the horizon. We are making progress, but it's expensive. And so we have to keep asking our great friends to support us as they continue to do. And they do so because MND touches so many people. 1 in 300 of us have a chance of contracting it in our lifetime. But I think the work that Rob Burrow, Stephen Darby and Doddie have done to really raise awareness around the disease is phenomenal. And that's reflected in the way that people come to us and offer to help, like yourself, Paul, and your team who came to us and put on such a great event. And we hope to see many more. So, it's a big thanks to everybody who continues to support us, who continues to give hope to people with motor neuron disease and those that are yet to contract it. I think that's the key message from us, is to say a huge thank you to everybody who continues to support us and continues to give hope to people who are diagnosed with motor neuron disease. It's massively important to feel as though they have the community and goodwill behind them. So yeah, just a huge thanks to everybody.
There's no question it's Doddie's story and Rob's story have touched the hearts and minds of so many of us, and I was, personally pleased to see so many people there on the day. There's a suggestion that we should do this again next year, Jill. So I'll be sure to get your invite over to you.
Sounds good to me. Thank you again.
Thanks for your time, Jill. Really good to see you, and we'll speak soon.
And really appreciate it. Thanks, Paul.
Take care.